Hey guys, it's Emily Laudenslager from First Baptist, and today we're going to talk about the struggle bus that we're all on. I know that we're all feeling it in some way or another, whether it's struggling to get out of bed in the morning, struggling to get dressed, struggling to get your kids to finish up their homework for the school year, or just struggling with your walk with God. And that's something that I really want to talk about today. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've been really struggling to pick up this book lately. And I feel like it's hard to tell you that because I'm the youth director and I shouldn't struggle with that, but sometimes I do. And I've been reading through the Old Testament, and I got to First Chronicles, and the first 10 chapters of that book are genealogies, and it was rough, and I was trying to push through, and then I just didn't feel like picking it up, and I wasn't getting anything out of it. And then I was like, well, I don't know where I want to go in the Bible or what I want to read. And I just felt like the Lord whispered to me, like, that's not your only option. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And I have all these other devotionals like strategically placed throughout my house to remind me that it's okay to mix it up the way that you spend time with God. And I try and think about it as a friend. So I wouldn't just spend watching TV with a friend all the time, because then all I know about them is what they like to watch. So I want to encourage you that if you are like me and kind of stuck in a rut with your time with God, that we got options. And so I want to share a few of my options that I work through with you, and invite you to respond in the comments with ways that you spend time with God, so that we can all be encouraging to each other. The first one is Jesus Calling. So this is a short and sweet devotional. It has a little blurb and then a couple of verses to look up. I like that because it does invite me to open up my Bible and to look for those verses and read surrounding verses for context. And that way I can highlight them or write notes about them in my Bible. So that's a really good one. If you struggle with mental health, so depression or anxiety, this is a great one. Battlefield of the Mind. This devotional is super encouraging and kind of is helping you to change your thought pattern as you start your day or whenever you pick up your devotional. I find it to be really helpful when I'm going through those seasons of depression, so definitely a good read. This one I'm going through right now, it's called A Leader's Heart by John Maxwell, and this has been super encouraging as I work on developing my leadership style. And so it has some scripture and a little blurb and then a place to journal. So that's not usually my style, but I've actually been enjoying the reflecting option of this devotional, and just the different kind of context where it just focuses on leadership. I think it's really cool. This one I'm not proud of, but this was supposed to be my New Year's resolution, to go through 12 spiritual disciplines and to practice them one a month for the year, and that has not happened. But I highly recommend this book. I have read through it before. It's just great at explaining the spiritual disciplines and how you can practice them and the scripture to go with it. So a little different, so it's not a devotional all planned out for me. I was going to plan it out for myself, so it takes some effort, but could be a great project for you if you have some free time. And then lastly, this is a good one, New Morning Mercies. This was great because it really had a lot of variety in it. So there's poems in here, there's stories, there's just straight scripture to pray through, and it was just really good. And so those are just like the book options I have, but you can sit quietly and not read anything, or you can pray through scripture, or you can do a prayer walk, or you can combine any of these and all of these. But I just really wanted to encourage you, if you are having a hard time, connecting with God, that to find a way to do it that you're excited about, that you want to jump out of bed and spend with the Lord, because we got to lean into Jesus during all this. If we lean into ourselves, we're not going to get very far, but leaning into Jesus, He's going to strengthen us and renew our hope and our strength and and give us that peace that we're longing for during all this chaos. So yeah, I hope this encourages you, and if you have other ways that you like to connect with God, I would love to see them, and maybe we can be an encouragement to each other. So feel free to add those in the comments below. All right, good to see you guys. Miss you. Bye.